Let me ask you, do you have, along with your monthly budget and spending plan, an annual plan that is tied to it? It is life changing to be able to not only look at the month and watch it as you're going along, but to also see over the course of a year, am I staying within my plan? Do I have all my subscriptions and apps loaded into my annual plan? Do I have all my periodic expenses, like my sewer bill, my insurances, brakes, tires, oil changes? Do I have those in my annual plan so I'm prepared for them as they come up? An annual plan will keep your money going where you want it to go, and it will keep you watching and stay on track so you don't get to the end of the year and say, where did all of my money go? As you know, in some of my other videos and also in my emails that I send out, you received one talking about the fact that something like 84% of Americans spend beyond their budget monthly. 84%. That's a huge number of people overspending. By having your annual plan and have your monthly plan linked to it, it will keep you on track all year. So what's really good to do is to be watching each month. I do my plan every Friday. I look at it. I put in I track my spending. So I put in my transactions. I look at the month. If I'm halfway through the month, I should have only spent half of the money that I planned. I also look at my annual plan quarterly. So if I'm 1/4 of the way through the year, I should have 3/4 of the money that I planned left over. It doesn't always work out this way. I'm always juggling. I might buy a little bit more clothing than I was supposed to, but then I have to find that money in some other category that I can. And as I always say, this isn't about don't spend, it's wrong to spend, oh, that shouldn't be in your plan, you don't need that. It's not about that. My whole vision for you is that you have the life you want to live. You're making the kind of income that you want to make in order to fulfill your dreams. But all of us have an annual income for that particular year, and we have to stay within that. If not, we go into debt. And debt is just kind of a noose around my neck. I don't like it when it comes to my personal life. When it comes to business, there's always smart debt, in my opinion. But in your personal life, you should be operating within your plan. You should always be watching it, tuning in, and making sure that your money that you spend your hours working for is actually going where you want it to go. For me, I have things that are in my necessities that other people would say now that is not a necessity. But for me, it is. And I tell the story and everybody laughs, but I'm a brunette and I want to go to my grave a brunette. Hair color, a little bit expensive. Little bit expensive, but I'm going to my grave, God willing, as a brunette. For a lot of people, that would not be a necessity. But it's not about what's right or wrong for someone else. It's about what's right or wrong for you. What kind of a life do you want? And how do you plan for that? And if you start to plan monthly, quarterly, and annually, and you stay within your annual spending plan, you'll be amazed at the things that you do cut out of your spending plan that are not feeding your soul anymore. They're not making you happy. You'll start to eliminate things that other people think you should have instead of what works for you. One of our biggest expenses these days is housing. And I live in a little cottage on a creek called Bear Creek, and I love it. Now, my tiny little house wouldn't be for everybody, but I don't like a house to own me. What I like is to be able to be free to go and see things, travel the world, spend part of my year here, part of my year in Portugal. That's what matters to me. So having a big, elaborate house just isn't my gig. For you, it may be. Whatever you want, you need to go after. But at the same time, you need to stay within your annual income. So get a plan for a month, also get a plan set up for a year, and then track yourself throughout the weeks and throughout the quarters. You'll be so glad you did this. Thanks so much. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe and give me the thumbs up. I have many other videos set on these subjects. I have one that will be linked below that is my top 5 money mistakes. And this is one of them, not having an annual plan. So check out the links below. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you've learned. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much. Have a great day.